Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. All right. Happy Wednesday, everybody. So apparently I made a mistake. I guess I had picked the winner from yesterday so early that I captured that I skipped the day before. So I was gonna do it live since we had yesterday's information here. But since we're here and since we're live, let's go ahead and just pick our winner from the day before. Some of you have your doubts about whether I'm being fair. So June 12th is the day I missed. All right. I had to load something else. Hang on. Okay. Here are our entrants. And I've just got a quick little sheet here. And we're going to pick out our winner. Okay, so it was essentially 1 through 85. Good old ChatGPT. 1 to 85 inclusive. $68. All right, Amelia, you're the winner. Congratulations. Normally I remove duplicates and all that kind of stuff, but I don't want to bother everybody on a day like today. So let me go ahead and just send that really quick. Send to Amelia $25 and costs $1 to send. Cool. It's in your thing. Congratulations. Thanks for being here. All right. Let's talk about Bitcoin today. So today is our big fat FOMC day. And this is what it was looking like last night. 94% chance that the Fed would not change anything. And then only a 5% chance that they would raise rates. Now the decision was that they did not raise rates. So this is the first time since the beginning. I don't know how long we've been raising. Let me refresh this. So yeah, so there's still a 95% chance that we won't do anything next time and a 4% chance that we'll actually lower rates, according to the data right now. So that news caused Bitcoin to flash up and flash down and then drop pretty good and then bounce back up, and we're being pretty level. This is very unusual for a Wednesday. Our Wednesdays are supposed to be as insane and volatile and unpredictable as possible. So I'm sure there's more to come, but this is pretty tame. I think it was mostly because almost everyone was expecting this to happen like this. And then the other thing is that, yeah, not only were we expecting it, but I don't know, markets have been pretty quiet for about 3 days now, and today's really no exception. So I haven't been out to look at a whole bunch of news today or anything like that, so I don't know if any more developments have happened. Probably not, given price action, but we'll just talk about everything. Hi, Dilemma, thanks for piping up there. Okay, so I don't know what world I have no idea in what world rates being paused for the first time in many months. In fact, let's just Google it really quick. Rates paused after how many months? I wonder if there's a 15 consecutive increases. So we've had rates rise for 15 months straight, and it's the first time that we paused. That's huge. That is a major deal. And by doing that, it's kind of signaling that there's, hopefully this is maximum pain. When businesses and individuals and companies have to refinance at higher and higher rates, it really puts a lot of strain and stress on those businesses. When they could borrow money for pretty much free, and now suddenly they have to refinance at 5% or 6% or 7 or 8 or whatever their rate ends up being, but 5.25 is the minimum. It causes a lot of pain in the market. So at least if we can stop and things don't get worse, at least people can plan for what the market's going to give them. So this is really positive. Just funny that the market decided that it needed to go down immediately. The S&P was the one I was really watching. So the S&P just immediately dropped off, which there's nothing bearish about this news. Nothing bearish at all. And so sometimes, you just wonder who's pushing sell right here. But I guess if enough people believe it, that'll be the direction for a while. So, for about 30 minutes, we did drop pretty good. So, but yeah, I mean, we're coming back, which would be completely expected. I wouldn't expect this to be a bearish thing at all. This is the absolute best news you could imagine. Okay, let's talk about the trend and what we're doing. So I'm going to zoom completely out and go to monthly, just because we have a month we're about halfway through the month. By the way, happy Flag Day, everybody. Okay, so our month looks absolutely beautiful. What we want is a nice light touchdown on the 50, and we have it. Our wick down here is exactly where we want it. Now what we want to do is get off of this as high as we can. We want this to be a hot stove reaction to the 50. So if we can touch this down and then pull back up as much as humanly possible, that will be the very best. So yeah, we've been working on that. We're halfway through the month, so anything still could happen. So if anything happens at all, it's going to happen on the weekly. And here is our current week. We have 4.5 days left. We're doing a doji right now, but this is too early to call. What we really want to see is price return back up to the 200 or higher. And I don't know. I don't know if this is a major thing. I've been expecting it to be a major thing, but I can't say for sure because the fact that we've kind of pulled back for so long and had this nice, slow, calm, lazy pullback. If we slip below something, I don't know if that trips anything or breaks anything. I guess markets will have to react to this when it closes. So we're going to be kind of at the mercy of the market on Monday. But that could potentially cause a spike, or it could be a nothing burger. I have no idea. Emotionally, this market looks very organized. It looks rational. It looks like we're doing, we're in a pattern and we're sticking to it, and we expect to stay in the pattern until the pattern breaks, and most of these will break to the upside. So the longer we stay in this thing, I think the more strength will actually show on the other side. Okay, as far as yesterday's close, we did talk a little bit about this last night, where we were going full sideways for a couple of moves here. What's interesting is looking at the daily RSI. And the daily RSI is just about as quiet as possible. 40.93, 41.72, 41.58, 41.89, 42. Yeah, when the RSI is below 50, we're trending down. When we're above 50, we're trending up, and usually you need something stronger than just 50 to kind of show that there's an actual move in the market. So we were above 50 for a couple of days here for these 3 days, but other than that, we've been below 50 for quite a while. It was this one that got us there, but this was our fake out. So we have a we have a market that just hasn't made up its mind yet. Chairman Cal, thanks, Easy Up. I appreciate you making a comment there. So yeah, that's it. The only thing that doesn't look great is that I don't want to create too much of a descending triangle at the bottom of this, but that's really the only thing here. It's been so calm, and I'm not a Bollinger Bands trader, but I'm betting we're gonna start seeing a squeeze here. Let me just put it on just to see what it looks like. So we were squeezing here, and then we had this couple of days of volatility, which popped them open a little bit more. But I wouldn't be surprised to see these starting to curve back in again. Let's see what the weekly looks like. Yeah, weekly's getting, it's curving inward for sure. So things are kind of chilling out. But yeah, this is why this is one of the reasons I look at the 20, because that's our midpoint. If we drop below our midpoint, I almost wonder if the 20 is going to be more significant than the 200. But it's interesting. We'll see how this plays. I mean, the 20 right now is at 26,284. We're just within reach of all of these things. It's not that big of a move for us to go up a couple $100 and get back through some of this. So it really just depends on when the bulls are ready to make the move. So let's take a quick look at 4 hour. Yeah, so 4 hour, as expected, we're still in that weird yellow zone because of the 5 hours that the candles were down here. So starting in an hour and 15 minutes, we'll be back to a red zone, which means this will start sloping back down. And yeah, we're riding above the 20 right now, which is positive. And we just need to get a solid exit of the red zone. And so we just need to get below this 50. 50's 26,177. So everything's just sitting right within striking distance. The 1 hour, yeah, we're riding above the 50. We've been kind of seeing support on the 50 for a couple of days now on the 1 hour. And most recently, even with the volatility of that FOMC spike, look at us climbing back. Looks good to me. I feel like we're getting all of our averages down here. Yeah, so the 200 is spiking up a teeny bit because of this right here, and then it'll resume its drop. So we're getting there. Like all of our averages are getting very tight, and on lower time frames, we have a chance, and that's what we're after. If we can get above this and finally break out. Here's our line. This is our descending channel that we were showing up on the daily. And so if we can get off the bottom of this and start testing the top, that's where we want to be. So yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at. Nothing too crazy. Let's go look at Ethereum. I don't think Ethereum is doing much. It's sort of doing, yeah, I mean, it's following Bitcoin, but you can see how our candles are getting even tighter. They're even tighter, really small. Candle bodies are getting thinner. So we're kind of waiting for a breakout to happen. And most often these things will happen to the upside because On this line, we're finding support, and we've done it so well, this will likely to hold because of the angle of this downturn. I also wonder if there's a line right here. Maybe it doesn't start there, probably starts here. So we're kind of getting into decision mode as far as there's a lot of support that's piling up right down here. The 1702, we're seeing a 1702 from this angle, from this angle. So we've got 3 converging points that are pointing us to support here, and our price action is above. We're probably within a couple of days of breaking to the upside. So yeah, it's just one of those markets where the hardest work is doing nothing, and most likely we break to the upside. See if there's anything interesting on smaller time frames. Nothing on the 4-hour. We're well below our averages. This chart just looks ugly. We're kind of at the mercy of Bitcoin at this point. If Bitcoin pulls up, then Ethereum will pull up. The 1-hour is struggling to start exiting some red zone. We have the 100 period moving average now in vicinity. So there might be something. The 1-hour is kind of a funny time frame because it's the one that kind of has the BART heads. The BART head is when you have a sudden move in one direction, and then you have a jagged consolidation, and then you have a sudden move in the other direction. And almost every time you have a BART head, there's always it just feels like there's always an answer. So this one kind of went unanswered, but here's one that was answered with this. This one was answered with this. This one was answered with a couple of these, and then this one was answered with these. And so every move is mirrored on the 1-hour. So this is where I think there's a lot of major institutions or whales that love to play around in the 1-hour, and they'll just push it up for an hour, let it ride, push it down for an hour, see who they can get to sell to them, push the price up, push it price down. And the most recent unanswered move was to the downside. So that's kind of why I'm thinking, we'll probably see an answer to this. And so it's more likely that we see a move to the upside than we see to the downside at this point. So very, very interesting. We're still just being patient and waiting. FOMC day today is unusually quiet. Wednesdays are usually extremely volatile and something crazy happens. So I'm sure that'll probably happen later today or something. We're never disappointed on Wednesdays. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I'll just look at a couple of the macro things. And if you guys have questions, put them up. And if not, no big deal. We can wrap it up early today. But yeah, looks like the total market cap, kind of the entire market has been asleep. Here we're showing support on the 200. So this actually is really positive. So we did lose the 200 week. So let's look at that. Yeah, so we did lose the 200 week on the total market cap as well. But we have support on the 50 month. So there are a couple of things. We're looking at a cross between the 9 and the 20 down. So that tells you how long we've been pulling back. I don't think it's super significant. It's more that this is just showing us, how long we've been doing this. To be honest, to go down for 8 or 9 months or 8 or 9 weeks in a row like this and to only have dropped this far shows a lot more strength than weakness in my mind. Okay, so if you take out Bitcoin and Ethereum, market looks much worse. Alts got absolutely massacred on Saturday, and we're kind of recovering from it, and we haven't seen much of an answer here either. So alts are still waiting. Microcaps really got massacred. Bitcoin dominance is curving down a little, but it is still in the green zone, so Bitcoin is in charge right now. Others are trying to come back a little. And then last thing to check is Bitcoin versus Ethereum. So we had a lot of chart structure going for a while here. We broke out of a red zone, rejected the 100, back to the 50, and then we kind of got wedged between the 150. Then we rose up to the 200 and thought we had a breakout, but it just didn't last. And then the next thing you're supposed to do, normally you're supposed to come back slowly, but we had a sudden drop back to the 50, and this was still okay. It's still in line. And you want to see price action kind of oscillate between the 50 and the 200 until the golden cross comes, and then you go full bullish. So at the rate that this chart is going, and this is daily, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart is probably about a month or two away from an actual golden cross, but we would need to recapture the 50. So I feel like we're probably pretty oversold here. RSI is at 38. Getting to 38 from about 70 is probably a pretty healthy pullback. So there could potentially be a bounce coming up soon. And I would expect it if Bitcoin ever, moved up a little bit. It's interesting how when Bitcoin and Ethereum are flat, the alts have done something. You can kind of see along the right side here that most of the alts are in green. Yeah, more than half for sure. And Bitcoin's essentially flat on the day. Same with Ethereum. So alts are getting a little impatient. I could see us getting a little bit ready for an alt season if Bitcoin and Ethereum give us some more movement. So anyway, this is our day. Very interesting FOMC day. It was pretty quiet. If I go back to the 1 minute chart, we only ranged from about 26,100 to 25,750. So staying within a $350 range on an FOMC day is pretty unusual. We usually swing at least $1,000, or at least we have. So I guess the market kind of knew what to expect, and everything kind of went the way that the market expected. Okay, well, it's a pretty quiet day. I know it's probably because I missed last week, so hopefully I can get a little bit more regular. Summers are a little weird with all my kids and insanity, so hopefully we can get back onto a good schedule. But anyway, congratulations to the people winning the $25. Just make sure you are signed up at cryptoinfluencers.com. This is where I like to post all my stuff first. And you can find my free channel here, and then the pro channel is here. And other than that, thanks for being in chat, guys. It's fun to be able to see comments and whatnot. It'd be fun to get that going a little bit further, so we have more ideas and thoughts and questions, so we can kind of interact a little bit better. But yeah, we're definitely a small community, but growing. I'm actually amazed that on YouTube my videos go up. We're getting a couple hundred views, 200 to 300 views per video now, which is more than usual. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to see the community starting to grow a little bit. All right, you guys, I'm going to wish you an awesome day. Thanks for the couple people that made comments. See you all. We'll catch you on next Wednesday or on tomorrow's video. All right, see ya. Thanks for making it to the end of my video. Make sure you keep those trades small. Don't force a trade. Don't get impatient. And if you want to see how all this works, please come over and check me out on the subscription channel at cryptoinfluencers.com. Again, the link is in the description.